guys, it's Meredith and I'm back to do a review today for you guys on the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow Foundation and the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I am wearing one on one side of my face and one on the other, so I can give you guys a good breakdown. So if you'd like to know what I think about these foundations, stick around and I'm going to get into it. Okay, so I'm going to be reviewing the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and it is supposed to be a 24-hour foundation. This is what it looks like. I got this in the color 102 Shell Beige. It was the second to lightest color that they had. And then I got the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow in the color 202 Creamy Natural, and I am going to be putting the Pro Matte on this side of my face and the Pro Glow on this side of my face, and I will be letting you guys know what I think of both of these. First, I obviously need to prime my face, so I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer, and I'm just going to pump that out a little bit, put it in my fingers and warm it up and put it all over my face. And today I'm going to be using just any type of dense foundation brush that you have at work. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, this one right here. I think this was $3 from Target or possibly Walmart. I can't remember which place I got it from. I'm first going to go in with the Pro Matte. These are brand new. I haven't even opened them yet. And I'm going to go in with my brush, pick it up, kind of swirl it around, and I'm just going to go directly onto my face. I like to start on the center of my face and blend it out. That's just where I want the majority of the product to start. So I've put the Pro Matte Foundation on this side of my face. This is the left side of my face. As far as blendability, it was super easy to blend. It's probably a very buildable foundation without looking cakey. Gave me a little bit of coverage but still looks seamless and doesn't look like it's caked on. So now that I've done the left side of my face with the Pro Matte, I'm going to go in with the Pro Glow Infallible Foundation by L'Oreal to do a comparison. More fluid of a foundation, so, and I can tell it feels more watery, so I definitely will say the matte foundation is thicker. So I'm gonna just dab this side on. Since I already have the matte on the back of my hand, I don't want the two to get mixed together to kind of defeat the purpose of this review and knowing the difference between these two. So I'm just gonna go in with that same e.l.f. brush and blend this out, again starting in the center of my cheek. So I've now blended out the Pro Matte on this side of my face and the Pro Glow on that side. You can tell from the camera, I think a little bit, that I'm more dewy looking on this side of my face than this side, and I will say this one does have more of like a powder finish to it. It feels more matte, and this one has kind of a softer almost like lotion-like feel to it, which I guess is just because it's Pro Glow and this one's Pro Matte. So they want this one to kind of stay fixed and have more of a powdered finish. And this one, you know, almost looks how like a tinted moisturizer would lay on your skin. They both blended out super easy. The coverage is also really good in the Pro Glow. I would imagine it's pretty buildable. They're both, I would say, a more heavy coverage foundation. I would say they both give pretty good coverage. So you could obviously go with less of each than what I use, and you could probably get a more light coverage if you just blend it out really well, but I will say they do give really good coverage. I can definitely tell that there's a difference. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but I can definitely tell there's a difference in the matte and then the Pro Glow. My life. I always have cracked lips. I don't know why. So you just can see, again, this is the Pro Glow side and this is the Pro Matte side. you can just tell it looks more flat than this side. There's a lot more sheen coming from my face on the Pro Glow side, so it just depends on the look you're going for. I really do like the finish of this. I usually don't like matte foundations. It's not that I don't like them, I just tend to lean more towards dewy or glowy foundations than going to mattes, but so far I really like both of these. So now that I have put the Pro Glow and Pro Matte on either side of my face, I'm going to go finish up the rest of my face and I will be right back. Rolling with my homies, rolling with homies. 10 points for whoever can name that 90s teenage flick. If you're dry, the matte foundation may not work so great for you. I do kind of have some areas on my face that are peeling, and so in those areas, the matte foundation is picking those areas up, so you may want to really moisturize before you use this matte foundation. Sorry about that interruption. If you want to use this matte foundation and you are dry, I would recommend putting on a lot of moisturizer before you go in with this foundation, or just to use a hydrating primer like the e.l.f. primer that I used before I did put the foundation on. For the Pro Glow, I will say in the dry patches that I have one right here. It just laid softer over my dry patches, whereas on the matte side, it just dried them out a little more. As far as the Pro Glow goes, I think it would still be okay with oily skin. You might want to use a mattifying primer with something that's really dewy, like the Becca Aqualuminous foundation. And you may even want to try to use a mattifying primer with this L'Oreal Pro Glow if you think that it doesn't sit well on your oily skin. But I do think if you have oily skin, the L'Oreal Pro Glow would be a good dewy or glowy finish foundation for you to try out, because I don't feel like it's so dewy or glowy that it's going to make your oils pronounced on your face. That's kind of my opinion and take on the L'Oreal Pro Matte and Pro Glow foundation. I liked both of them. They both give great coverage. I would say the matte probably gave a little more coverage than the Pro Glow. I'm not really shocked about that. That's kind of how matte versus dewy foundations tend to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you liked this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye. Don't